So anyway, in comes my Hariyama. My bird's currently doing like a meow right now. I don't know what he's trying to do. I'm going to go for Fake Out onto the Clefable. I mean, I'm not even sure if you guys can hear him right now. He is loud enough in my ear that I think that you guys can hear him and my mic's picking him up, but I could be wrong.
A few moments later.
What is going on, everybody? Weedletwineedle here, and we are back with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Sophia. Now, we are having an underused tier battle, and this battle took place on my Discord server, so if you guys are interested in battling in general, definitely check out my Discord. A link will be in the description below. Now, like I said, we're having an underused tier battle. She has a very threatening underused team, Clefable. I kind of have nothing on my team that can really touch that thing. I'm also really threatened by Latias, because that thing kind of destroys every single member of my team single-handedly. And yeah, I have nothing really at Tentacruel, so this game's already looking pretty bleak. I'm using Rapidash, Hariyama, Malamar, Shiinotic, Lantern, and Alolan Golem. Pretty heat team if I do say so myself. And this battle was a really long one because it was just pretty stally, so I had to speed it up a decent amount so you guys weren't sitting through a 20-minute long video, so I do apologize if I do have to turn into a rap god for this battle. Okay, so turn 1, I'm going to go for Flare Blitz with my Rapidash and bring Clefable down pretty low as she chooses for turn 1 to go for the Yellow Magic. And now I know exactly how my opponent plays. I'm like, oh, nice skillful Thunder Wave turn 1. I can respect that. However, Thunder Wave isn't as broken as it was in the previous gen, so I'm still going to be able to outspeed this thing. I double checked before I made my move, and so I'm like, alright, she's probably going to be scared out, so I'm going to go for Drill Run here. And she brings in her Tentacruel, and I'm like, lol, get freaking cucked, bro. I was expecting Chandelure, but I mean, this works too. So I'm able to chunk Tentacruel pretty hard there with my Rapidashes. Now I'm going to bring in my Lantern here, expecting her to go for whatever. She actually goes for Toxic Spikes, predicting my switch. Toxic Spikes actually destroys my team because I have no Poison type or Rapid Spinner, so it's just pretty unfortunate circumstances I've been bestowed. So in comes Shiny Latias, definitely legit Shiny Latias, so I'm just going to Volt Switch out, expecting a Switch out, and now I'm going to bring in my Toadette, my Shiinotic. Now, Shiinotic actually is going to be pretty useful in this game because she does carry Double Dragon, which is pretty threatening, which is why I really want to keep my Shiinotic alive for this battle. She's going to actually withdraw into her Tentacruels. I just used to go for T-Wave. I could have went for Spore, but I just kind of figured T-Wave, why not? Reveal my own Yellow Magic to make my opponent suffer, so maybe I should have spored the Tentacruel in retrospect, but I didn't really think it was coming out, but it does make sense because it can carry Sludge Bomb and stuff, so obviously I can't stand on Tentacruel because I'll just get obliterated by Poison Stab, so I'm going to bring in my Hariyama here, expecting her to just go for Sludge Bomb. Actually, she chooses to go for Scald instead. I'm not sure if she predicted my switch, but Toxic Spikes are up anyway, so Scald won't burn me. I am in here, and unfortunately I'm not Guts. Hariyama, I am Thick Fat. If I was Guts, I'd be doing a lot of damage to this Hariyama right now, but unfortunately, it's not too easy. So in comes Clefable, and I'm going to go for Knock Off, just knock off its leftovers, and now it doesn't have any more passive recovery, so I'm like, alright Hariyama, you got this, Bullet Punch, super effective, kill this Clefable. It lives at 1 HP, I'm like, more sexual grunts, but for real, I was so tilted. Unfortunately, this Clefable gets to live another day, and I really can't stay in here because I'll just get obliterated. So I'm going to bring in my Lantern here, as she does make the right play and goes for the second soft boiled. So now this Clefable is back at full health. Yay! Oh, I hate this Clefable, but at least Yellow Magic's on it, or I'm going to put Yellow Magic on it here, so at the very least, I have that going for me. So you know how Yellow Magic can get that nice paralysis chance? Yeah, that's pretty much my only shot at killing Clefable. Here she gets a Moonblast special attack drop because I forgot Moonblast special attack drops the same chance as Scald burn chance, so it's pretty much she gets special attack drop every time. Here, I'm just going to go for the Heal Bell just to remove my my Rapidash's paralysis, as she actually gets paralyzed, thankfully. Now I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch, do negative damage because I'm at -1 special attack, but whatever. Going to bring in my Rapidash here, expecting Moonblast again, as she actually is going to choose to go for Stealth Rocks now. I thought she didn't carry Stealth Rocks because she didn't use it up to this point, but I guess she does, so at least I don't got to worry about Calm Mind Clefable sweeping my team, which is pretty nice. So I'm going to go for Flare Blitz here and just hope to God that she either gets paralyzed or chokes and doesn't go for Soft Boiled. Either one of those things. If those don't happen, I automatically lose, but thankfully she chokes on Big Dex and goes for Moonblast. So thankfully, we're able to at least weaken the Clefable to the point where Hariyama can come in here and just go for Fake Out. And hopefully we can knock out this monster because Clefable is so scary. And if I get some Yellow Magic here, that'd also be wonderful. But with the combination of Fake Out plus BP, we should be able to finally knock out the stupid ass Clefable. My opponent just lets me kill it finally. So down this Clefable goes. And now I can actually use my Malamar. I'm like, okay, my Malamar can actually do something this game now. Woohoo! So in comes my opponent's Latias here. And I still have no idea what set this Latias actually is. Just gonna go for the Bullet Punch just to get some chip damage off, as she does go for Psyshock and knock me out. So here I don't see Life Orb, so I figured she's either Soldu or she's Draggy MZ. So here, I just wanted to bait the Draco Meteor or bait the Dragon Z move and double out and just bring in my Shinnok directly and just to scout this thing's moveset. As she actually ends up being the freaking devastating Drake Latias. Now the only reason why I even predicted that is because Pokegame used devastating Drake Latias as one of his lives, so I'm like, that's probably a set and I should be worried about it. And that's why it's really hard for people to catch me off guard with sets like that. It's just because I think like that. Like I think like, what if this Flygon has freaking Bloom Doom for my Swampert, man? Like I gotta like think of stuff like that. I think of all those situations. Like what if this thing is natural gift ground for my Heatran that I'll never use? Like it just, I always keep that in mind, in the back of my mind. And I don't know, no one really tries to use that, but I mean, I don't usually fall for that kind of stuff. But here, I'm going to go for my Z move here, and it is a normal Z move, so it's probably a status Z move. As you guys are right, it is Z Heal Bell. What a shocker. I just gave my Lantern a freaking normal MZ instead of leftovers. Pretty much what I did. But I'm going to go for the Heal Bell just to get rid of all the statuses and bring myself back to full health, as the Tentacruel actually luckily gets a burn. I never thought I'd be saying that in my life, but thankfully because of the burn, I'm not going to take as much damage each turn because burn got nerfed in this gen, or buffed in this situation, because I only take a 16th of my health every turn instead of an 8th, which is pretty handy. So I'm going to bring in my Andy here. I actually did not mean to put Handy and Andy in the same sentence, but what a coinky dink. I'm going to bring it in onto the Scald, and I can't get burned thanks to the Toxic Spikes. So the Toxic Spikes are actually like semi-working against him here, but not really. The residual damage against my entire team is kind of frustrating to deal with, but not much I can really do about that. I used horrible teams, and then I'm like, wow, why am I getting destroyed by Toxic Spikes? And I'm like, oh, it's because I don't have a Poison type or a Rapid Spinner. But the Tentacruel is paralyzed, thankfully, and the Yellow Magic does come through there, and getting that nice paralysis. And basically, my only shot of really having a chance of winning this game is if Malamar does work, and for that to happen, I'm going to need some boosts. And she is just like kind of sacking off for Tentacruel. My Malamar set's Rest Sleep Talk. I feel like that's like the only viable Malamar set there is, and like that's the only like well-known Malamar set, so I figured that she would know about my set and switch out, but she's just letting me set up on her with Superpower. I know it seems kind of weird saying set up with Superpower, but I guess it's better than Superior Sleep Storm, right? Like for Superior just hits you with the strongest stab and gets a boost from it. That's balanced. But gonna bring in, wow, I'm gonna go for Rest here with my Malamar and get back to full health. And now she's just going to go for Scald, and now I'm back at full health. I'm at like +3 or 2. I'm looking pretty strong right now, so basically all I have to do is just make sure my Malamar is healthy, and hopefully I can just go from there and win the game, but it won't be that easy because she does carry 2 very powerful dragon types, so winning this game looks pretty difficult. But I do Sleep Talk the Rest here as she unfortunately gets paralyzed, but that actually works out for me because it allows me to get more leftovers recovery, which is always handy considering my only recovery is Rest, so any leftovers recovery does help. So I'm going to go for the Sleep Talk once again, and I'm actually going to get Superpower once more, so I'm going to get another attack boost, which is definitely going to come in handy. Though at this point, I'm pretty sure I can knock out the remainder of her team with just my boost I have at the moment, but you never know. So thankfully my Malamar is around full health, and now she's just going to bring in her Golden Wing, her Latias, and I'm like, okay, here comes Draco #1, but I believe in Malamar's Bedef bulk. It could tank this really well, I believe, and it does like half, so I'm like, okay, that's taking it good enough. Thankfully, Knockoff is going to be able to knock out the Latias as that thing goes down. And I'm like, okay, maybe I could take another attack, but I'm not counting on it because Hydreigon's Draco Meteor is a lot stronger than Latias' Draco Meteor, so I'm probably going to die from this attack. But, I mean, I have high hopes. So, Malamar takes 2 Draco Meteors in a row. That is freaking remarkable, and I'm just going to go for the Superpower and knock out the Hydreigon. So we're able to knock out the Dragon Core, which is pretty handy actually. It took out 2 Dragon types by itself. Good job, Malamar. See, people are sleeping on this Pokemon. I mean, it kind of like lost its hype because, people used it back in X-Men, but I have not seen it used once in Sun and Moon yet, so yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but I'm going to lose my Malamar to the Hex, but that's okay. And that's actually pretty smart, my opponent having Toxic Spikes with Hex on Chandelier. That's actually like using Team Synergy, which is something I don't do very often because I throw my teams together based on the shit I want to use. And 95% of the time, I don't have Team Synergy in mind, so I'm just like, hell yeah, just throw this together. I'll use freaking like a Sun, I'll use a Drought Torkoal with like a freaking Swift Swimmer, like this isn't a game. Anyway, I'm actually go for Thunder Wave here, and the reason why I went for T-Wave is because, one, Yellow Magic is very broken, and my only shot at winning this game is with a Lone Golem, which is my last Pokemon, and if Chandelier outspeeds me, she'll just freaking nearly one-shot me with Hex, so I don't want that to happen. So thankfully, I'm able to paralyze it, and she gets paralyzed Hex, but that really wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game because Lantern outsped paralyzed Chandelier, so I'm pretty sure That Alolan Golem would have outspedded as well, so me getting the paralyze hacks there really didn't change anything. But there's just so much yellow magic going around in this game, you should just be expecting the paralyze hacks. But in comes my Alolan Golem, as she's just going to choose to go for the Iron Hand. Pray I don't get flinched, as thankfully I don't get flinched, and now I'm going to be able to knock out this Malamar with the Earthquake, and we're able to win this UU battle with a 1-0 victory. So it was a pretty close game, actually. That Clefable and Tentacle Pokecore gave me a really annoying time because I just could not kill it ever. But that's going to be the battle, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed and want to see more of my content, definitely hit that like button. And there's something that some of you guys have been doing that's been triggering me lately, is that you guys like leave a comment like, amazing video, man, I love your content, great stuff. And then I click on your channel and then you didn't even like the video. You didn't even like the video, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, I understand you don't have to like the video, but it literally takes a second and it's not even that difficult, but people just forget to do it, and I don't know, it kind of triggers me a little bit. But I'm rambling on. The question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite underrated Pokemon to use in your opinion? Now, obviously I use like underrated Pokemon in every battle, but lately I'd have to say Blossom, because I recently just swept someone with Blossom, and so it's pretty cool, and I love Blossom a lot. I think I gotta use it more. It's pretty fun, and yeah, I just like Blossom because it's belt awesome. But I'm rambling at this point. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.